Guys, Thursday, it's sort of like my Friday, but it's not. Uh, as a union pipe fitter, in order to keep my credentials active, I have to give them money. Shocker. And go to a little something called a 10-hour class where if anybody out there from my trade, local 669, and no, I'm not making that up, is listening, why don't you actually teach us something at these classes instead of like 8 to 10 hours of... A couple of years ago I got to see a slideshow on the dude's installation of a fire pump. Did he actually explain the pump? You know, how to run the sensing lines, you know, what the head pressure... You guys don't care. It's just, these classes are just a waste of a day. Not to mention there was so many little whiny union guys that it got, I suppose that's not really fair, because there'd be whiny guys no matter if you put 3 of them in a room. Case in point right now, this one. The class used to be on Saturdays, but so many people bitched about losing a Saturday that they moved it to a Friday, but you don't get paid. So now, I don't know, I guess it depends on where you'd rather, how you'd rather work a scenario like that out. I'd rather lose a Saturday than lose a payday. Chuck knows that shit. Chuck, man, sponsor. He's a big deal. I guess. I actually don't get a chance to talk to him, but his people say that he's a big deal. Just a couple really fast things. I'm probably going to show him in an ebomey video, just because I really like Jess, the owner of Forest City Tactical. Sent a couple of holsters over, and these are just going back in the mail. Little something for somebody. I've got one of his sheepdog holsters, or the inside the waistband, and I could not say enough good about these. I know some people see. I got this shit covered. My 2 favorite holster companies, flat out, period, is Pitbull Tactical. Now that's can be an inside or an outside, and they are a dual clip. Some people prefer that. If you prefer that, you got to stick with Pitbull. But if you just want an awesome holster, this happens to... No, this is the new one, but this is the holster that I use with this gun every single day. Well, crawling in and around and under things, and full sweat shield. Highly recommend that on all the holsters. I don't know why you wouldn't, because it only protects the gun from you. So that's one for the Walther. And I know the person that this is going to has a G26, but G27, same thing. I might have to talk to Jesse about picking one up these for myself. Again, full sweat shield. The retention is adjustable. You can't really do anything about the angle. I mean, I guess you can a little bit, but these surprisingly don't move around as much as a lot of people that bitch about the single strap. So got those. And in case anyone gives a shit, today's home protection is provided by Ruger. And if you stick around, because I don't want to talk about it right now, there's some other things over here for a new project. Well, sort of a project. It's all about me, right, Chuck? Chuck understands that one more than anybody. Okay, so and well, we're talking about that stuff. I'm gonna take a shot, no pun intended, at doing that right. That was pretty frickin' funny, man. That the beer in the bottom, completely undisturbed. Okay, so let's think ahead and grab a shot appropriate glass. And today's brew review is brought to you by Ed. USA, F-Ed. And this is Gunslinger Double India Pale Ale, 9% by volume, from Crown Valley Brewing. And I really don't know much about them, but we're going to find out what this is all about. 93 IBUs, and the bottle cap looks something like that. And let's see, the opener of choice. I think I'm just gonna go with the badass one. Ooh, that smoke! Fail. Okay, here we go. Oh, 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 oh. I mean, that one troll, if he was watching, that almost was a fail. Just a dash left in there. Definitely some good carbonation. Big, lofty pillows. Big, lofty pillows. Okay, smell. Doesn't smell bad. Citrusy. Got almost. Now I'm hoping that this comes through in the taste, because you guys that know me and my IPAs, I like that alcohol. I like the citrus. Prefer the pine side, but you don't run across very many of those that really brings out the piney side. It's almost always the grapefruit side. And just love a nice, strong, smooth bread or a biscuit finish. In the comments, when I add and I've been adding less and less, so I don't, maybe none of you actually read it. Maybe all I really need to put in there is what the alcohol percentage is, and then mention anybody I talk to, because sometimes it's whatever. But you notice that I always put with a bread, but when I talk to you about it, it's like bread or a biscuit. See, I just stick with bread because I don't know how to spell biscuit. So, cheers, guys. Reading the comments just from that. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I almost did lose it when I got the when they got the Arnold the Governor wedgie. That shit, you can't make that stuff up. I now know what glass not to use while doing that, though. Maybe I should have done the shot one first. Starts off with just like an off sort of citrus, almost like a citrus and a vanilla. I know it's probably not, and I haven't. I mean, this is the first beer. I haven't had anything since lunch. You know, I didn't do a shot or anything like that to mess up my taste buds, but we'll just go with that initial taste is it's not that it's snaky, skunky, but it just doesn't seem like it's good with an IPA. That citrus and then whatever that is. Maybe it's something that grows on you. Like literally, or like right there. For 93 IBUs, it's not as it's not as bitter as I had expected. There really isn't that, you know. Normally, I'd guess the Cliff Note version for an IPA would be citrus, dry bitter, recovers with a little bit of a citrus flavor, and a bread or a biscuit sort of like finish. And some of them are a little bit more harsh, some of them are a lot more smooth, but overall on an IPA, it always kind of follows that pattern. And especially for, you know, something getting close to 100 IBUs, it doesn't really have that flat or that bitter area that I would expect, or, you know, I know it might sound kind of weird, but would appreciate or would want right there. 9%. Here's another one that if I didn't read it on the bottle, I'd be way off. This is just, I don't even know if I would honestly say it was a 7. So it's either well hidden or they're lying. So I'm thinking it's probably well hidden. Like, oh, there it is. I haven't gotten to it yet. I don't know. This might be a candidate for someone hop curious, because it doesn't really have the citrus part isn't really overwhelming. Their dry bitter area is somewhat non-existent. It's not really ending on much of a bread or a biscuit thing. It's just kind of like it's gone. You know, I suppose that's better than, how is it, Sierra Nevada? One of their IPAs is just like, you know, it's like, it's just like it won't go away. You know, it's like, it's got a really kind of harsh finish, where this is just like, it's like a nothing. Yeah, I've had just flat out ales that were more citrusy than this. So, Gunslinger, double, lies, double IPA fail. I mean, double IPA from Crown Valley Brewing. I'm probably gonna give this like a 6.5. I mean, it's not bad beer. It's just that it's not representing a double IPA very well at all. So there. Hey, we can take this as an opportunity. Crack open another one from NIHAP, and if it needs a little pick-me-up, we got that covered. Doing it right this time. Matter of fact, I could probably, nope, could not use the Derringer shot glass. It went wedgy, but it just wouldn't get her done. Get her done. Probably. In regular fashion, we could do a drop of the buckshot. Now this is honestly, it looks like it's more than a shot because it is more than a shot. I don't remember what it was. It's a little bit more. They're cool. Big Jeff, Gunwild 1, sent me those. Was it 3 more of them? Something that came in a 4-pack, so you get like, you and 3 other friends could get shit-faced. Drinking out of things that look like shotgun shells. This one, actually, I got from my man Jim. Oh, I want to say hi to a friend, only because we've been leading up to this. Actually, I think that last one was probably you. Fabrizio. I said I was going to give him a plug in the brew review, and he's just like, plug, question mark? I know, this isn't Italy. Fabrizio. Tenda. I don't know who you want all to have your your phone number. I mean, he sent me a bunch of his cards, which, you know, they just get right to the right. You know, he's a great example. We got, I know, Fabrizio, you were part of a rant. Good job. You know, I don't know if he is first generation from Italy, or he just likes to keep that accent because it's sexy. But here's a guy who is here in America, and if he is not, you know, if he's first generation, or if he came over here at a young age and now he's proud to be an American, he's actually someone that's proud to be an American. He's not over here, well, give me an Obama phone and pay for my education, and I want free housing, and yeah, fuck you, Chuck. And where was I? You know, this is a guy who is like right up there in the ranks. I mean, not a surprise. Look at my buddy Jerry, Patriot Blue Thunder, or whatever the hell he is now. You know, these are people that understand, it seems like, a lot better than the piece of shit lazy Obama voters. You know, what it means and how proud they are to be an American. They're not over here saying, oh, you have to worship donkey. So, yeah, I don't, I'm just going to do that. When I go find his site, I'll put a link down below, but his phone number's on here, and I don't know. Maybe he's got a Fatal Attraction line. And I'll get that updated, Chuck. You can delete the one that you have, and I'll get you the Fatal Attraction line. Oh, the reason I'm talking to Fabrizio is he got a Monte Carlo stock for his Mosin and asked a few questions, and most people, now it doesn't happen to everybody, but I'd say if you brought 20 guys in with their Mosins and gave them a ATI Monte Carlo stock, it's going to work out for, I'm willing to bet, somewhere in the 95, 96 percentile. Case in point, the first one that I got, thanks to Matt at ATI, literally was a drop-in. I mean, the modifications that got done to it were because of me. I did a turn-down handle, and Eric, Iraqi veteran, did the turn-down handle for me, and they actually moved the bolt back a little bit from where the handle back on the bolt from its normal position to a position that you know, when it's, the farther you can get that bolt back, the smoother the action's going to be, because the more you get it to the center, the more, especially with a long handle, has a tendency to pull the bolt sideways, where the more it's on the back, the more it has a tendency to drag it straight back. So Eric moved it back as far as he could for me. Well, that stock has a groove in it designed to match the stock location of a turn down handle, mostly the ATI one, which, nothing against ATI, but ATI's Mosin kit sucks. If you're on a serious budget, yeah, you're going to get the turn down handle and you're going to get a scope mount from ATI, but as much as I like ATI, I think their Mosin setup is pathetic. The Rock Solid that I have is mounted in 3 different locations versus 2, and the turn down handle, you basically cut it off, leave a little bit of a nub. The little bit of a nub becomes one of the adjusters, and then you drill and tap for another one, and it just looked like it just looked, I don't approve of it. The stock though, I like the stock. You know, someday it'd be cool to redo the stock, but you look up some of these like Boyd or some high-end stock manufacturers, and you can easily get into the $1,000 range on nothing but the stock. And then you're going to need to do all the fitting yourself. You know, like for me, I told Fabrizio, it's like, if you just drop it in and you want to shoot it, you're probably going to be good to go. My second stock, I had to do a little bit of clearing for the interrupter. It was hitting, and it wasn't cycling right after that. And then both of them, I free floated. But that was something you don't necessarily have to do, but it's something that I did because I've got the Rock Solid Industries bedding pillars in it, and they're a lot more solid than, you know, it basically takes the stock out of the equation. Standing here talking without a beer? Why didn't someone say something? You know, I don't even know. I don't even know if I could almost save this for its own review. It actually might be good. Cricket Hill? That's Jesse from Forest City Tactical. Cricket Hill East Coast Lager. I probably can just save. I'll just save that for a. That actually might have a chance. So, is the free, the throw-in that you weren't expecting, but don't worry, there's no extra charge. We're going to take a look at Old German Premium Lager. The world famous, no finer, Pittsburgh Brewing Company. Yeah, another one from Pittsburgh. Because I know from what I've experienced, nothing's as quality like Pittsburgh beer. Union made, better yet. Yeah, I know. The Union actually does a lot of good things, but like any scenario, it doesn't matter if it's a Union or not. We've got some real winners. Yeah, so let's just take a quick sneaker look at this. Actually, it looks like someone threw up on top of the can, but Old German. I'm pretty sure Paul over at BandEBrewReviews probably has just a big stash of this shit right in his cellar. Oh, it actually has a little bit more color than I expected, but then again, when you can fake color, it smells like a lager. It smells like a log. Yeah, that could probably need a little bit of doctoring. That's what I say. Stay down here and have a couple shots of whiskey with you and go upstairs and snake out on Chris. You guys notice that? I have had it happen. You could drink, not you, I could drink vodka like all day long and be absolutely fine. You do a bunch of shots of whiskey, and it's just like someone will ask you the time, and it's just, you just... Yeah, on its own, I'd never buy this. It's not that... Honestly, there's no snakiness, there's no nothing, and that's what the problem is. The only thing it has going for it is it looks like beer. Other than that, it's just not happening. We did this yesterday. Just, you know, you can just look at that. Let me see if I can. What in the whiskeys could we possibly? Oh yeah, that's. Oh yeah. That's Canadian though. Well, we got Canadians that are watching. Why not, huh? Oh yeah. Okay. Yesterday was Irish. Today we got a equal opportunity, man. We got to keep the Canadians happy. This is personally one of my favorite Canadian whiskeys. Weiser, 18-year-old. It's legal. It makes that sound when you open it. And it's the same color as the shirt. Oh, sad face. The Govinita. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, here we go. I think that's Wow, damn, man. That thing looks like huge in there. Travis should put his penis in his beer and take a picture of it. Look, it'll actually look. Never mind. Cheers, guys. Well, it's a good thing it at least tastes like whiskey now. Oh, I was gonna show you. Like Jim would say, "Come on over. Let me show you something." Well, seriously, what? You're not gonna. Fine. Okay. I got a little something. Should be arriving. If not next week, the week after. Little. Very, very custom. But going to be sitting on top of that. Oh my god, this thing is just like, it's like gun sex. That thing is just a monster. That is the Bushnell, and I have to say that I'm usually not. Their scopes, on a scale of 1 to 10, their scopes I personally think are, you know, like 7 or 8s. You know. Hold on. Alright, sorry about that. That was my man Gary from Huber Concepts. Got some questions for me, so we'll have to wrap this up. But this is the Bushnell Tactical Elite Series HD MR. And of the Bushnells that I have, Bushnell, of their scopes that I have seen in the past, I have never had. I mean, this one, I honestly didn't know until I got my hands on it, and I guess a little bit of a giveaway of. You come away with what you want from that. The one unique thing about this, and you'd almost have to go look it up, it has the Horus reticle system in it, and from the pictures, well, here I can. From the pictures, I thought that maybe I had screwed up and I should not have gotten the scope going off of just the picture. That's what the reticle system inside of it looks like. And when I looked it up online, a lot of the pictures that the reticles just are like, my analogy is like trying to find a beach ball through a forest. But when you're actually looking through the scope, that reticle setup is so thin that it would not be an issue aiming at all. And that is pretty much designed for, again, kind of a giveaway. It's designed for extreme long range rifles, and that reticle system is basically set up for everything from distance to some of those dots are factored in for if you were to say, you know, you were a sniper and you were going for a moving target, and it's already predetermined for, you know, how much elevation you need for, say, a shot that's a mile out, and like a man walking, you know, that's, you just, what set you use once you get good with the scope, which I really hope I can. But yeah, that's not going to be going on a 5.56 gun. And the other thing that I got in for it so far, and I was really undecided between the GG and G bipod or the Atlas. Either way you look at it, they are not cheap bipods, but I doing the research on here. Let's see, Travis, you were asking. It has a lock for 90 and a lock for 45 forward. And these the mechanisms are spring-loaded. And this one is capable of both tracking and tilt. And of course, it's also adjustable. So I'm going to have to wait until the rest of it comes in. And of course, it's a quick release mount. Seriously, Travis? Hello?
I know you're not eating.
No, but I'm doing the other thing that you interrupt.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. How far into it are you?
Like, time?
Yes.
31 minutes.
Well, nobody's fucking watching at this point anyway.
Asshole.
I mean, Chuck's still watching, obviously.
Well, you know, at the beginning of said video, I made a comment about an upcoming project and alluded to showing a couple of items. So I just got done showing the Bushnell HDMR Tactical Elite Scope, but
Oh yeah, that piece of shit Bushnell scope you paid like $20 for, yeah.
yeah, 20 or so, yeah. Actually, I used a discount coupon and I got it for 15.
Oh, well, there you go. I'm hoping you got it for free shipping and no taxes for that for $15 too.
Yeah, that's a... Let's just say if you ever are looking for a high-end scope, the one thing you have to realize right now is they're good at emptying your wallet and they're not light. Well, we figure almost 2.5 pounds because of the glass that's in that.
But people think it's crazy, but if you're building a high-end precision rifle, you better plan on spending sometimes as much as you spend on the gun for the scope that's sitting on top of it.
Oh, yeah, and trust me when I say, you know, working on this particular project, you can easily, I mean, your benchmark can start at $2,500 and then go up.
I mean, I would have no problem. On a high-end 308, I would have no problem with a $15,000 optic on top of it.
Just for a matter of record, I never admitted what caliber or what this particular project was. I just showed the bipod and the scope, so thanks. So it could possibly be a 308.
If not possible, well, yeah, 100% like in the sub, it's going to be at least a 308, if not bigger.
Are you still doing a brew review?
300
Yeah, well,
I've been on the phone for almost an hour and a half with Jules, and you're still doing a brew review.
yeah, but I haven't been doing a brew review the whole time you were on the phone.
Uh-huh.
Okay, guys, well, we've got, we now know that she has been on the phone for an hour and 30 minutes. We've got Travis, DJ Alkaline 1, on speaker, and what should we look at tomorrow? Well, I'm glad you asked that, Travis.
I really didn't give a shit.
Tomorrow, we're going to look at Harness the Winter IPA from Ben Paddle, something else that you can't get. But if you come here for the shoot, Ben Paddle is a local brewery, and when Johnny asked when they were going to branch out, they can't keep us drunks in beer, so it's going to be hard for them to produce enough to send to you. So this is what we're going to look at tomorrow.
Which, by the way, I'm only here because you pay me $10 every time I show up. And by the way, your payment place is from.
Yeah. On that note, okay, guys, cheers. We will see you tomorrow, and thank you. Thank you, Ed, for the Gunslinger. See you tomorrow.
Go unsubscribe from my hollow point.